We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
So here's Miami's starting group. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Mitchell in at the point. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Barnes. And it's Miami with the rebound. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Both teams struggled to be competitive overall last year, but at least their season series was.
So it's San Antonio now, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Wembanyama. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Kevin, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Beyond the arc. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A terrific addition. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. The free throw drops for Powell. And the second free throw, good. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Mitchell dishes to Powell. Adebayo passes to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Vassell grabs the board. Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Champagny passes to Barnes. Now Vassell. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Powell. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. A three-pointer, Wiggins. And again, it's the Heat missing. San Antonio leading. Vassell, the pass to Champagny. Back to Wembanyama. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mitchell finds Powell. From the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep. It's stolen by Adebayo. Mitchell looking it over. Pass to Adebayo. To stop the drought. No good on that one. Good D by Barnes.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Vassell outside. It's stolen by Adebayo. Castle against Mitchell. That ties it up.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Heat making a change here. Ware's checked in. San Antonio with the ball. Vassell left side. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Good D by Barnes.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
Pass to Champagny. Castle on the wing. Wembanyama, a screen on Adebayo. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Trailing by 4. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
The coaching staff had them prepared with a great game plan, and they went out and executed it.
Barnes passes to Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. Pass to Mitchell. Wiggins sets a screen for Mitchell. Outside, Adebayo. Mitchell left side. Basket good. Mitchell's got his second bucket tonight. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And a quiet disposition for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, he lets his game do the talking.
Well, Kevin, his teammates love him for that reason. And remember, he was a key cog in Golden State's title in 2022. And the Warriors players and coaches had a difficult time parting with him.
The shot by Powell, no good. Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Vassell. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
Miami's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Adebayo. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Castle. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Vassell outside. Barnes outside. Good on the three-point shot. And the Spurs lead by 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Out to the wing. Here's Adebayo over Barnes. And a beautiful finish by Adebayo.
Yeah, foul line down to the baseline. That's where Adebayo does his best work.
Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Castle. Mitchell with the steal. And here is Powell. And here's Adebayo. Covered by Barnes. And again, it's Bam Adebayo. And now just a 3-point Spurs lead.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
And here's a look at some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. Good season for him last year. He averaged 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Jordan McLaughlin comes in for Devin Vassell. Castle with it to the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up and banks it in. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for the Heat. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. In 4th, the Spurs.
And last year, their rim protection was unbelievable. Teams actually turned down shots in the lane.
Pass to Larson. To the wing right side. Here's Yaka Jonas. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
Here's Wembanyama. Johnson outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Johnson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
The Heat trail by 4. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin?
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Yaka Jonas. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Free throw good, Yaka Jonas. While the season just started, GA, we have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
Now, here's Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got his second bucket.
And nicknamed Big Body, Johnson doesn't shy away from contact, using that size and strength to gut through it.
The Heat trail by 5. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Pass to Yaka Jonas. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
Now Castle. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Now here's Johnson. He's covered by Fontecchio. And Benyama. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Barnes can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 3. There's the drive. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Spurs.
And they are going where the going is good for them right now. The painted area, high percentage, and high volume shots.
A different look now for San Antonio. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Wembanyama. Bryant comes in for Barnes. And it's Harper in for Castle. Heat also with the sub. Powell, he's checked in for Fontecchio. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Sohan with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Harper. San Antonio again missing. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Powell kicks to Ware. Here's Jonas. He's got 8. Good on the bucket. And now just a 1-point San Antonio lead.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Bucket is good.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Powell against Bryant. And here is Powell. They set the screen. He nails it, and we're tied up. Powell's got 5.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Tie game in San Antonio. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Jonas. Then there's Powell. And it's Larson in at the 2. Miami with the ball. The shot by Jonas, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's McLaughlin. Still yet to score. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Sohan. Here's Jonas. Inside. Jaquez with the bucket. Jaquez has got the lead up to 2 now for Miami. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Here's Sohan. The Heat getting the bucket. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Harper. The baseline J off the mark. And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
Here's McLaughlin. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Johnson against Hawkins. Johnson surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Great defense that time from Hawkins. The Heat leading by 4. Pass to Jonas. The three-pointer, no good. Spurs shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Outside Harper. It's hauled in by the Heat. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here's Jonas. He's got 8. Ware finds Hawkins. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Powell, no one around him, and he's good on the 3-ball. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Substitution on the court.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to Johnson. To the middle. It's deflected. In the corner, Powell with it. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Wembanyama passes to Vassell. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Miami leading by 5. Powell outside. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Miami no good on that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Champagny passes to Vassell. Off target from 3-point range.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Hawkins the pass to Adebayo. Here's Jonas. No good with the triple. Pass to McLaughlin. Powell against Johnson. Vassell outside. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Now just a 2-point Miami lead.
Just too easy for Vassell. Got to run him off the line.
Adebayo, high post. Johnson's there. Now here's Adebayo. A 26-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a 3 of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pitch, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything. But as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And then for Miami, Andrew Wiggins comes in for Jaime Hawkins. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Jonas. That one drops. He ties it up. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
So it's San Antonio now. Johnson outside. Back to Vassell. Barnes outside. Here's Wembanyama for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wembanyama has got 9.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Now Adebayo. He has 6. Good D by Barnes. On offense, here are the Spurs. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Vassell outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Barnes. Wembanyama, a screen on Wiggins. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Over Adebayo. Wembanyama, no good. Miami trailing. Mitchell with the bounce pass. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. 2 loud points for Bam.
So it's San Antonio now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Stephon Castles checked in for the Spurs.
For San Antonio, number 5, Stephon Castles.
Wembanyama with it. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto. 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Heat have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Powell against Vassell. Powell the pass to Ware. Vassell right side. Wasted no time on that one. Vassell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Heat shooting in the second quarter around 42%. Outside, Adebayo. Powell outside. Pass to Ware. 5 to shoot. Shoots. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Castle. Here's Wembanyama. He's defended by Ware. Wembanyama looking it over. Shoots over Ware. And it's San Antonio with another.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Good ball movement here by Miami. For the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Just 2 big down low.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Mitchell sets the screen for Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Over Barnes. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Adebayo.
and they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Vassell outside. Down low, here's Wembanyama. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
Nikola Jovic has checked in for Khalil Ware. And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And here is Mitchell. 8 points his last outing. Wiggins outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 6. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Wiggins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Here's Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, the way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work. Kevin, back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Adebayo. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Jovic. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Wiggins against Vassell. There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. Connects from three-point range. Castle's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Spurs. Mitchell outside. Pass to Adebayo. Now here's Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen on Vassell. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, this has been a huge scoring night for Adebayo, and when you consider the elite defense he brings every night, points are a bonus.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Wembanyama outside. Here's Champagnie. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Floats it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
And the way Adebayo gets off the floor, it almost looks effortless.
Castle on the wing. Driving inside. And it's in. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's San Antonio up 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Joining us, getting right to the story. Things are going well for the San Antonio Spurs.
Talk about putting yourself in a position to succeed. They've executed, and they're taking good shots.
Playing just the way it's drawn up, and let's credit their game planning as well. All right, and now let's talk about that first half in the paint where two centers are really battling it out.
This kind of performance, fans love to see two players going after it one-on-one. I can't wait to see how the second half unfolds.
It's been a fun one to watch so far, Jet, that is for sure. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
The Heat trail by 5. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Castle is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the small forward. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Here's Castle. And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Shot clock at 3. For 3, Vassell. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Powell outside. Pass to Adebayo. And the rejection by Wembanyama. That's a 2 from Powell. The rebound by Champagnie. Champagnie's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Spurs passing it around. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, look at the focus from Wembanyama. Drills it through contact.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Well, listen, Bam has always been a top-level defensive talent, but he's underappreciated offensively. He's a threat to drop 20 whenever he's out there, and he's a very skilled facilitator.
And the first one at the line is good. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a 3-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Now, here's Vassell. He's got 11. There's the 3. It's good from long range. Vassell's got 14.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Adebayo against Wembanyama. Adebayo kicks to Wiggins. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Pass to Castle. Inside, deflects the pass. It's going by Adebayo. And good that time. Wembanyama's got 23 points.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here's a look at the shot showing location for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. 8-point game. It's Powell on the wing. Covered by Vassell. Shot clock at 6. And so Miami again turning it over. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Vassell, the pass to Champagnie. Drills it from outside. Champagnie's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
Powell against Vassell. Powell, the pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, that's nice work right there. He sets the screen, and then Adebayo just finds that open space to be effective with the ball.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Heat trail by 11. Wiggins outside to the left wing. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
Here's Castle. He's got 7. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Champagnie. Barnes outside. Over Wiggins. Barnes can't get it to go. The Heat have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field.
Wow, he just got up there so easily. Wiggins is still a top-level athlete.
Spurs leading by 7. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. He's off on that one. He'd have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Jovic. Adebayo deciding where to go with it on the wing. Wiggins. The Heat need to get a shot off. Jovic at balls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists now tonight. San Antonio's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Vassell finds Wembanyama. They double-team Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Well, they have really taken advantage of the mid-range area of the floor. It's been open for them all night.
The Heat trail by 7. Powell outside. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Mitchell in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up for Adebayo. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Vassell against Adebayo. To the inside. The kick out to Barnes. And the 3-ball is good. Barnes has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And you see some of that insane skill of Wemby. Able to drive and kick. That is a 7'4" guard.
Powell outside. Wiggins in the post. Back to Powell. Pass to Adebayo. From down in the low post, it goes. Adebayo's got 24.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
San Antonio leading by 8. Here's Vassell. 16 points for him. From about 16, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Vassell's got 18 points. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for the Heat. Adebayo kicks to Powell. To the middle. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Looking at some numbers for Victor Wembanyama. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 24 points a game last year. Almost 4 blocks and 11 rebounds. And he led the charge when it came to scoring. Led the team.
I see no reason why he can't do it again. To a degree, they've structured their entire offense around him.
San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Now here's Barnes. He's defended by Ware. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Vassell. 3-pointer, 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gasol against Mitchell. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Miami, Larson's checked in. And it's Yaka Jonas in for Mitchell. Here's Castle. 10 points for him. He takes it in. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show him how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
The Heat trail by 12. Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Yaka Jonas. Adebayo with a screen on Vassell. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
And stolen by Vassell. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And you see the quickness out in transition. Vassell, so tough to stop.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Adebayo with a screen on Castle. Down low. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Adebayo.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now, here's Vassell. He's got 20. That That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
No, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
The Heat trail by 14. Pass to Adebayo. Now Hawkins. Adebayo down low. Covered by Johnson. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Here's Castle. Johnson outside. And Johnson with the stop.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Larson. He has yet to score. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Jokic Jonas. Castle covering. Just 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Ware. No good from outside.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Just a terrific athlete. I like seeing Sohan use this skill as a weapon to draw the contact.
The Spurs haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago. About 77% from the line.
That one is off.
Sohan, he's a unique player. About 6'8" and 230. He doesn't take a bunch of threes. Good passer. And at times, I think he can be used as a point forward.
And the Heat making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. And he can't hit the second. The Heat trail by 14. Here's Jokic Jonas. He's got 8. Good D by Johnson. Sohan, the pass to McLaughlin. Back to Sohan. Wembanyama against Hawkins. Pass to McLaughlin. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. McLaughlin's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
He had a nice open look right there. Ware's got his second bucket of the night.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Outside Harper. Wembanyama outside. A putback. The Heat trail by 14. Pass to Ware. Now Fontecchio. Here's Jokic Jonas. Back to Fontecchio. To the wing on the left. Knocked loose. Johnson outside. Now, Sohan. He's defended by Ware. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Sinks the triple. Wembanyama's got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami, Jaime Jaquez is out there with Powell. Then it's Khalil Ware. Then there's Jonas. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard. Wembanyama with it. He's defended by Ware. He gets that one.
Man, this kid has all the confidence in the world. Wembanyama stayed under control just in time to beat the clock.
Powell feeling it out a bit from outside the arc. Rebound by Sohan. San Antonio leading by 19 points. To the left side wing. Wembanyama down low. He's defended by Ware. McLaughlin no good. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for Miami. Pass to Jaquez. Powell outside. Out to the right wing. Ware, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Harper the pass to Sohan. Out to the right wing. They double team Wembanyama. Pass to McLaughlin. Shoots over Powell. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Out left to the wing. Here's Larson, defended by Wembanyama. Takes a 3. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Here's Larson. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. They double team Wembanyama. Harper, no good.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Pass to Jonas. Now Jaquez. Now here's Powell. Can they get it? San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Launches it. Jonas grabs the rebound. The Heat trail by 19. Pass to Jaquez. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sohan. Heat also with a sub. Adebayo's checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Driving the lane. Johnson wide open. He fires. That falls. High speed that time from Harper.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Miami's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Adebayo. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed They won't be overlooked much anymore.
4 on the clock. Jaquez with the steal. Barnes against Powell. Pass to Jaquez. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, that's nice right there. Big man points in the paint for Jaquez.
Spurs leading by 20. And Benyama up top. He's defended by Ware. Barnes passes to Johnson. Right wing. And Benyama with it. Stripped it away. Here's Jonas. Up top, Powell. Pass to Adebayo. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Harper the pass to Johnson. It's stolen. To the middle. Here's Jaquez. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And Jaquez Jr. has an old school kind of game. He's really clever at understanding how to draw fouls.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jaquez.
Yeah, he's an intriguing, unique player. Jaime Jaquez has an ability to slow the game down and get the pace to his liking.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Champagne's checked in, and it's Vassell in for Harper. And then for Miami, Andrew Wiggins is checked in for Khalil Ware. And it's Mitchell in for Jonas.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Here's Champagne. Barnes outside to the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 5 assists in the game. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. So it's the Spurs now, following the missed shot by Davion Mitchell.
There's no stopping that. Wembanyama with a forceful finish.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. With the drive, and Wiggins throws it down hard.
Well, Wiggins may look calm and cool out there, but he can put on a show at times.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Spurs leading by 20. Now Castle. Barnes outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Wiggins kicks to Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Miami, Norman Powell. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Powell. Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat. And so he hits both. Wembanyama with it. Pass to Vassell. And here's Barnes for three. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Inside. Here's Barnes. And the basket is good. And the Spurs lead by 20.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Wiggins from outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Barnes outside. Lets it go with a 3. And Vassell is good for 3. Vassell's got 14 points here in the second half. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Castle with it, covered by Mitchell. Pass to Barnes. Wembanyama high post. Shot clock at 6. Over Adebayo. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And Miami shooting well. They're at 45%. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Really using his size to draw that foul. Bam working his way to the free throw line.
For the Heat, Bam Adebayo at the line for 1.
And Adebayo, no good on that one. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
And here are the Heat now, after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Powell. Again, the miss by the Heat. Spurs leading by 23.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I mean, he was a force on the glass. Just incredible effort.
Here's McLaughlin. Following the score by Miami. To the paint. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside Harper. Wembanyama passes to Harper. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
First team foul. Harper shooting 2.
2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Harper drops them both. And here is Mitchell. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us.